3 challenges to expect as a content creator. If you wish to become a content creator, then you need to come up with a plan that will work for you. This plan needs to focus on many things, of course, such as the sort of content you'll make, the scripts you'll perform, and the ways that you'll attract and keep your audiences engaged for years. If you play your cards right, creating content can become your full-time career and can quite literally change your life. But if you don't do things the right way, the idea of being a content creator will remain a pipe dream that is always just out of reach for you. When you begin making your videos or online content, you need to keep in mind that there will be some serious challenges that present themselves and attempt to get in your way. It won't always be an easy path. Today, let's take a look at 3 of the biggest challenges that will make your life as a content creator a bit more difficult. These are not impossible to overcome, but they will certainly require some hard work and ingenuity. Firstly, you need to always remember this challenging aspect about being a content creator. This profession takes a lot of time. You'll spend hundreds on hundreds of hours coming up with content, writing it, filming it, editing it, advertising it, and continuing to pitch it to people long after it has been released into the world. This is a big challenge, especially for people who have full-time jobs. Sometimes it's very hard to come home from your 9-to-5 job only to spend several more hours working on your content. But this is something that needs to be done. You need to devote so much time to your content, and there will be times when you feel drained and completely exhausted. But without setting aside so much of your personal life for your content, you can't expect for it to succeed. You should also keep in mind that staying original and creative isn't easy either. You're going to tax your brain, sometimes to the limit, to always create something that is inventive, fresh, different, and fun. It doesn't matter what sort of content you're making. You need to put a lot of energy into ensuring that it is attractive to your audience. You always need to be on the cutting edge of what is modern, what is fun, what is engaging, what is going to bring in your regular audience as well as new people. Finally, you should know that actually making money from your content is challenging because it will take time. In fact, there is a good chance that you may never make money because of your content. You will need to secure so many views from all over the world before you're able to start seeing some money come in from your content. Now, there are other ways to make money via your content. Perhaps you create a partnership with a company. That is a great way to generate income from your content. However, that will also take a lot of time and doesn't happen overnight. To make money off your content, you need to have an audience, and that often takes time. Do not expect to see your bank account flourish the morning after you release content. You need to commit to your content and strap in for the long haul. Accruing money because of your content can happen, but it won't happen quickly, and you should not expect it to. 3 tips for creating branded partnerships. When a business starts out and gets going, many owners believe that they can go about things on their own without the help of many others. This is how many new businesses are run, especially in the first few years. People want to forge their own path, do their own things, create a brand and personality for a company that feels completely their own. Plus, it's not always easy to find a brand partner in those early days. Most other brands and businesses aren't eager to sign on with another that hasn't proven itself yet. However, at a certain level, creating branded partnerships isn't just easier, it's downright essential for the growth of a company. By making a strong partnership with others, a company can grow and find a bigger audience, a more loyal fan base, and more ways to improve their bottom line and expand their reach. In this tutorial, we're going to focus on a few tips to keep in mind when you're attempting to bond a partnership between your business and another. It doesn't matter what you're selling or how many loyal customers you have, a branded partnership can go a long way to making a good company great. A branded partnership is the act of 2 parties coming together to make their own business success even stronger. You might not be aware of it, but you have seen plenty of branded partnerships throughout the years. That's because they work. When 2 companies come together in an intelligent way, they can reach new levels of financial flourishments. The first tip to remember when creating your branded partnership is to find ways where the audiences of both parties come together and combine. Where do they align? What commonalities do they share? You can imagine how this will come in handy when it comes to attracting your customers and marketing. If you can find the overlap between both customer bases, you can really craft a campaign that will speak to all of them at once. If your customers don't care about the products provided by your partner, then you will quickly see that the partnership isn't working and you should rework your plans. Rely on research to figure out how you can speak to both customer bases at the same time and really improve the bottom line for everyone involved. You should also create expectations for your new partnership, but you should never get carried away with them. While two companies coming together can really help the sales for everyone, it doesn't always happen overnight. It's smart, actually it's essential, that you keep your expectations in check. What do you expect from this partnership, and when do you expect to see the results? Remember that expectations are also goals, and it's smart for every company to have goals. But perhaps the most important tip to always remember is that you should really understand your product and your company before you attempt to make a branded partnership. This is pivotal, and it is, sadly, a step that many people miss. If you don't understand what you're selling, why you're selling it, and what value it brings to your customers, then you won't be able to find all the nuanced ways that you can work with other companies. Also, if you're not truly familiar with your products, then you likely lack a company culture, and this will also close you off to so many opportunities with partnerships. Knowing your product inside and out means knowing what you sell, who you sell it to, and what it provides to people. Once you've mastered your knowledge about that, you'll see that you know more about your company, what it is, and what it can be. Before you can really create a meaningful partnership, you need to truly comprehend what your company is and what it stands for, and specifically, what it sells. 4 books that can help you create content consistently. If you want to be a successful content creator, then you have to actually, create content. You can't just find success and an audience in your field if you don't continue to put out creations that will catch the attention of your audience and then build a bigger one. But sometimes it's hard to stay on the ball and keep putting out new stuff on a regular schedule. There are many reasons for this. Perhaps your day job gets in the way, or life throws you a few curveballs. Maybe you just feel like you're drained of ideas, or you face writer's block. Whatever the reason, being consistent isn't always easy when you're a content creator. But it is always essential, because you cannot build success by not staying consistent, especially in this day and age when certain creators are communicating with their audiences every single day via their website, vlog, Twitter account, Facebook page, and more. It seems that they are always active and always making new content for their audience. There are ways to get more consistent and better about staying on a regular schedule. Sometimes you just need to hit the books and take the advice of the experts. Today's tutorials will take a good look at some literature that you should add to your library if you wish to be a consistent content creator. Everybody Writes, Your Go-To Guide to Creating Ridiculously Good Content by Anne Handley is a terrific book that will teach you a lot about consistently creating entertaining content for your fans that they will love. The author also goes to great lengths to teach the reader about storytelling, something that is crucial for successful online personalities. Without storytelling, whatever your content is won't be engaging and won't hook your viewers or readers. Handy's writing is easy to follow, and her tips are easy to implement too. How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck by Steve Stockman is another book you should keep with you. The title says it all, doesn't it? With Stockman's book, you will learn how to create videos and streams that captivate the audience. There are so many boneheaded, simple mistakes that content creators make again and again, and they don't even notice them. A book like this will break down the basics. Born to Blog: Building Your Blog for Personal and Business Success, One Post at a Time by Mark Schaefer and Stanford Smith will help you craft the best written word for your site. Blogging is still very essential, even though many content creators have pivoted to videos. Once you know how to make eye-catching, fun, entertaining blogs, you'll see that your audience will return again and again. A successful blog will be both personal and professional. It'll be fun to read with strong personality in every paragraph, but it will also serve a purpose. It will create a loyal audience. And it will also successfully pitch your goods and services in an attractive and enjoyable way. Whatever sort of content you're creating, you will not find the right audience unless you are able to master SEO. That is why the book The Art of SEO, Mastering Search Engine Optimization from Eric Enge, Stephen Spencer and Jesse Stricicola is another must-have book. This book will teach you so much of what you need to know to make your content really thrive online and pop up on multiple search engine results. If you don't know how to pump up your SEO, your content doesn't stand a chance. 5 content creators to learn from. Making it in the digital world isn't easy. Finding an audience that will remain loyal to you is no small feat. But in this day and age, really finding success for yourself on the internet is something that could make you a lot of money and, more importantly, an entire career. If you want to take this lifestyle seriously, then you need to become a real content creator who can compete with all the others. But before you can do that, you need to know what a content creator is, and you need to know which ones you can learn from and be inspired by. By listening and following the path of these popular content creators, you can carve a path for yourself that is both unique and proven to be successful. Our digital world is always changing, evolving, and presenting more opportunities. But that is only true if you're willing to do the work and put in the effort as well. Today, we're going to look at some content creators who found great success on the web, talk about what has made them a hit, and what they can teach you about finding great success on the internet. A content creator is simply someone who is responsible for the creation of content on the web. Perhaps they're doing makeup tutorials. Maybe they're talking about current events. Maybe they're reviewing movies or music or TV shows. It doesn't matter what the content creator does. What matters is that they have found an audience. They keep them engaged, and they've also manufactured a personal brand for themselves. There are literally millions of content creators throughout the web, all specializing in different things. But who are some that you should pay attention to? When it comes to content creators, few are bigger or better than PewDiePie. The man, who had a name that can sometimes be a mouthful, is actually named Felix, and he created an entire empire for himself. His path to fame has been pretty straightforward. He plays video games and makes personal video blogs about himself and his life. The thing that makes PewDiePie so special and so popular is that he lets his real personality shine. He's 100% authentic, and the audience can tell that. They stick around because PewDiePie not only makes fun content, yep, who doesn't like watching video games, but he also shows off his colourful, fun personality. Another content creator well worth your time is Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a young man who has dedicated his life to making larger-than-life events and giveaways that change people's lives, and they're also just downright fun. He's found an audience because he is inventive and different and likes to try something new. He thinks outside of the box, and that is what brings so many millions of viewers in all the time. While he is a likeable, fun guy, it's really the content of his videos and the ideas in them that attract followers. Dude Perfect is a group of content creators that are successful because they're doing things that we've all thought about. They are a team that focused on trick shots, once-in-a-lifetime shots with basketballs, golf balls and other objects. The thing that is so great about Dude Perfect is that they are simply doing certain things that everyone has thought about and attempted before. It makes them relatable. The fact that they also have a team means that watching one of their videos is like watching a group of friends hang out. Rebecca Malloy is a makeup content creator who has found millions of fans by giving easy-to-follow tutorials about makeup. But there's more to her hard work than simply that. She also allows audiences to see things they wouldn't find anywhere else. She breaks the mold, thinks outside of the box, and really makes memorable imagery the centerpiece of her videos. Finally, A4, whose real name is Vlad Bamanga, is a content creator who focuses on fun. He has perfected the art of making pranks, sketches, and challenge videos. Watching his content is just fun and sometimes wild and over the top. A4 has made sure that each of his videos are engaging and memorable. He's able to retain his audience because he's always doing something wildly exciting. 5 tips for using social media advertising. If you wish to really reach an audience and create a strong, reliable following, you need to use social media. That it's just a modern truth cannot be avoided or denied. Without social media, most of the content creators we know would not have the legion of fans or the bank accounts they do. Social media is a great way to find people who are interested in what you have to offer, and also a wonderful way to advertise and sell yourself, products, services, and so much more. This is something that the most successful companies and content creators have figured out, but the world of social media advertising has changed a lot over the years. Only a few years ago, the only way to advertise on social media was through Facebook or Twitter. Nowadays, there's Instagram, TikTok, and a slew of other social media apps and sites that will allow you to reach out and speak directly to your audience and base of support. But what's the best way to utilize social media for advertising? What are the tips to keep in mind, and what are the ideas and things best avoided? Today, we're going to go over the smartest concepts to hold close when you are finally turning your social media presence into one full of great, effective advertising. First and foremost, you need to have a strategy before you begin advertising on social media. Now, you wouldn't throw a party without a plan, you wouldn't write a book without a treatment, and you wouldn't film a movie without a script. Along those lines, you shouldn't start advertising on social media without a solid plan. You need to create something that is consistent and reliable with goals. What are you hoping to achieve? How do you plan to do that? What sort of tone and attitude do you want your advertisements to have? Before you craft your first ad, you should come up with a definitive plan that you can turn to again and again. You also need to always know your audience and who you're talking to. You're not going to create good ads if you have no clue about the people receiving them. Make sure you know the ins and outs of your audience. You should be aware of what they're interested in, their age group, their demographic, the things that will call out to them. Don't just blindly make ads that could appeal to everyone. Instead, you should be laser focused on speaking directly to your audience and the audience that you want to have too. If you want to expand your reach and create a stronger base of supporters, you can do that via ads. But you must know what sort of audience you're hoping to attract and figure out the best way to do that. Don't change your brand. When you're making an ad, you shouldn't become someone you are not. Don't let your audience down by changing your tone, attitude, atmosphere, sense of humor, personality, and more. This will be one of the best and fastest ways to not only lose a chance at bringing in new viewers and fans, but also lose the ones you already have. Another tip to always keep in mind is that you should monitor your results, but also always be realistic. You may have created a killer ad and distributed it across all your social media platforms, but don't expect overnight success. This sometimes takes time. But if a good amount of time has gone by and you're not seeing the results you want, you should be pragmatic about that. Tweak your ad campaign and try to forge a new path forward. Be open to change. Finally, do not just post an ad on one social media account. Whenever you're trying to find an audience, you should reach out across all of your platforms, from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter to TikTok to YouTube and more. If you've created a great ad, it should play well on every form of social media, so don't be afraid to use every avenue of social media. 8 tips for choosing your content. It doesn't matter what you're posting in your creative endeavors, and it doesn't really matter what you're talking about. The most important thing about your content is that it engages your audience. If you create content and no one cares about it, it's pretty much worthless and a waste of your time, energy, and money. But how do you make the content that is going to work best and really find people to connect with? How do you make something engaging? How do you engage with people watching your content? How do you make something that can connect with others outside of your usual audience and find new viewers and fans? In this tutorial, we will talk about the tips you should keep in mind when you are choosing the content you will create. Keep these ideas in mind as you attempt to forge forward on your path of being a content creator. Firstly, you need to always understand your audience. Do not create content that will not work well with the people who have been loyal to you. How did you get your first start as a content creator? What initially drew people to you? Don't rock the boat too quickly or change the type of content you create. You want to always engage with the audience that first found you. Make your content timely. Do not create content that is about a fad or trend that is about to be out of date. In fact, try to only make content that revolves around ideas and products and items that are evergreen and always going to be popular. You should also make sure that you always focus on your audience and not yourself. Of course, your own personality will shine through in your videos, and that's a good thing. But you should always remember you are making your content for them and not for yourself. You're pitching to these people, and that means you should speak directly to them and also talk about their needs and lives. An important tip is to update often. Do not just create content once a month. You're going to find more success with a strict, up-to-date, consistently updated schedule of content. You should often be releasing something new and always thinking of the next thing you will release. And don't forget to use all of social media when you create your content. Do not just publish and talk about your new video or blog on Instagram. Make posts about it on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and any other social media site you can use. Spread the word. Also, you should talk about your content often. Of course, you want to post about it the day that it comes out, but don't stop there. Continue to advertise your new content and tell your audience about it daily. Now, don't overdo it. Don't spam your followers, but find new, inventive, different ways to get the word about your content again and again. Another tip to keep in mind when choosing your content is to introduce it the right way. Find a great way to open your content. Ask a question that needs answering. Relay a personal story to your audience, or tell an anecdote that everyone can relate to. You want to hook people right away, draw them in and keep them engaged. This all starts right at the beginning. When you come up with the idea for new content, you also need to come up with a way to introduce it. Finally, a tip you need to always remember when creating content is that you should always leave your viewers wanting more. Pack your content full of great ideas, and then, when it comes to an end, you should invite them back. Promise that they will get content like they just enjoyed from you more often. Give them a reason to return. This is a great way to not only build your audience, but keep the viewers you have loyal at all times. 10 ways to make money as a content creator. There are two major types of content creators in the world. Those who make their content for fun for themselves and fun for their audiences. Then there are those who make content to make money. The more they create, the more money in their bank accounts. Being part of the second category is a lot harder than you would think. While it might be easy for some to come up with content, it's not easy to make money off that content. But there are many ways for content creators to start generating income based on their creations. Today, let's take a deep look at the ways that you can make money as a content creator, even if you never have before. Become a consultant. This is a great way to make money as a content creator. Now, this doesn't just happen right away. You first have to build an audience and build a brand. You need people to believe that you're listened to and that you have a group of loyal followers. Once you've done that, you can consult businesses and other content creators and give them advice on expanding their audiences. You can also consider a brand partnership if you're trying to make money as a content creator. Brands will hire influencers to talk about their products. Make no mistake, you will be advertising with this approach, but there's nothing wrong with that, especially since it will allow you to keep making your content. You can sell items too. Don't forget that when you have your audience's attention, you can then sell them things. Maybe you're selling your art, clothing, or something else. Whatever it is, content creators often make money by pitching sales to their viewers. Another way to make money as a content creator is to turn your content into a subscription service. Subscriptions are paid memberships for those willing to spend the money. They will see your content free of ads and might get bonuses. Speaking of bonuses, this is another way to make money with your content. If you offer special items that are only available to those willing to pay a recurring membership fee, you will garner some good funds as more and more people see the value in turning out money every month. If your website is thriving, you will be smart to consider direct advertising if you wish to make money off your content. By installing ads on your site, you'll start to see the income trickle in as more and more people view the ad. Setting up ads on a website is actually quite easy now too, so it will not take much time either. And while you can always pitch a product in your content, you can also tack on advertisements at the beginning and the end of your content. If you're releasing a video, consider the idea of a quick ad that plays before or after. This will not require much work from you and will not turn off your audience who is used to ads all the time on television. Another way that content creators make money through their hard work is by writing and releasing a book. Self-publishing a book has never been easier, and you can do it all from the comfort of your own home. But what will your book be about? Well, that's simple. Release a book that relates to the type of content you release. Summarize all of the lessons you've taught in your content and relay it again via the written word. Affiliate marketing is a smart approach for anyone who is hoping to make money via their content. Affiliate marketing helps content creators earn money for recommending products or services. After setting up a contract with details about how the affiliate partnership works, influencers receive a fee from the product company and may even get free goods. But perhaps one of the easiest and smartest ways to make money as a content creator is to ask. That's right, there's no shame in asking for donations. There are plenty of content creators who do just this. They either ask directly in their content, or they add a link to each video or website that allows people to generously give money or tip the content creator whose work they love so much. This has become a much more common way for content creators to make money, and it's actually become a regular feature of some of the biggest, most successful content creators on the web. Creating success as a social media influencer. There's no job quite as modern or exciting or promising as that of a social media influencer. These are the sorts of people who find trends, expand them, and ultimately change the way that people live their lives. Over the years, social media influencers have impacted the industries of fashion, film, television, music, and pretty much anything else you can think of. When successful social media influencers really sink their teeth into something and start to spread the word about a new product or trend, they can change it from a flash in the pan to a long-term staple of society. But how does one become a successful, reliable social media influencer who actually influences? Well, it isn't easy, and it takes some serious hard work. Far too many people assume that becoming a social media influencer is as easy as sitting at your computer and recording yourself talking about a new fad. But that's not all there is to this important occupation. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how you can find success as a social media influencer. Do you have what it takes? Do you have the energy and time and personality to really shine in this position? Hopefully you do, because you can quite literally change your life and the lives of others if you become the next big social media influencer. Before you can become a social media influencer who is able to have an impact on others, you need to define your goals and get a solid, clear understanding of why you want this job. You need to have long-term goals and also more reachable milestones that you can look to as a judge of your progress and the hard work you've put into cultivating this job. Having goals is essentially having a plan, and that is certainly something you should create before you attempt to become an influencer. In your mind, what does it look like when you've ultimately made it and achieved your end goals? Figure that out and start working towards it. You also need to identify the audience that you're targeting when you start your journey to being a social media influencer. Understanding your target audience and defining who you want to speak to allows you to create content that connects with the people. When you define the audience that you're going to create for, you're able to make better content that will really attract, engage, and keep your audience coming back, and growing larger too. It's very important that you don't fall for the age-old scheme of buying followers at this point. Many people are eager to see their follower count rocket up, so they put some money into buying followers. But this won't do anything for your brand. In fact, it'll only hurt it. And if you're really trying to become a true social media influencer, you need to speak to real people, not fakes. The next thing you need to do is to build a community. Interact with the fans you have via questions and answers, comments, replies, and lots of content. Don't let more than a few days go by without creating something new for your audience to read or watch and enjoy. After that, you should start to explore the idea of branded partnerships or affiliate marketing. With this, you will now be pitching products to your fans. You'll soon be building trust with them and also with the companies you're working on behalf of. Once you've made a few successful ads on your account, you'll see that people believe in what you say and that you are creating more credibility for yourself. This is essential moving forward. You should always remember that being a social media influencer means that you are trusted by those who follow you. Don't let them down. Only agree to advertising goods and services you really believe in. The most important thing to remember when being a social media influencer is staying consistent. You should always be creating something new in order to keep your fans engaged, your business partners happy, and your website thriving. How to offer your audience something they can't resist. Finding a real audience that will listen to you and give you attention is hard enough, but finding an audience that will really support you again and again through thick and thin and even spread the word about you to other people is even harder. Loyalty is very difficult to find, but it's so important because it will help you turn your passion and hobby into an actual career. If you want to have an audience that will truly support you, believe in you, and come back to you often, you have to offer them something that they can't say no to. You have to give them something of serious value and, ideally, something that they can't find anywhere else. There are so many creators in the world. What will set you apart from the others? What can you provide people that no one else can? In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to offer your audience something unique and genuine and priceless. Remember, every time you're reaching out to your audience, you're selling yourself and your expertise and even your personality. So, how do you offer them something that will keep them coming back for more again and again? Well, it all starts with a solid introduction. It doesn't matter what you're trying to sell to your audience or what you're trying to teach them or how you're trying to connect with them. What does matter is that you always remember you are selling yourself, not a product or good or service. Finding an audience is about selling yourself and making yourself, your opinions and your knowledge appealing. And that all starts with your introduction. When you first start speaking with your audience, start with something personal about yourself. Give your audience a recent event in your life or a personal anecdote. Tell a story of a personal experience that will connect with people from all different walks of life, or perhaps you ask a provocative question that everyone can relate to. Once you have introduced yourself, you can get to the business of making your offer. No matter what you're trying to convince your audience to do, you must do so with personality and charm. You do this by using language that is clear to the ear and free of the sort of talk and language that is used by typical salespeople. Remember that you aren't selling a product, you're selling yourself. You're offering yourself, not an actual item or service. If you are well liked by the audience, they will follow you just about anywhere. They will listen to you and believe you. They will give serious attention to anything you offer. However, if you come across as someone who is stiff, rigid, cold, and only trying to make a sale, no one's going to follow you down any path, and they will immediately see you as solely someone pitching a commercial. When you're offering your audience something, it's all about finding your voice. It's all about being yourself. It's all about showing people your shining personality. You are creating an atmosphere. You're pitching yourself. You are proving to the audience that you are worth listening to and that you're likable and friendly and not simply trying to make money or have them buy something from you. What makes you likable? What makes you special? Why would someone want to spend time with you? These are the questions you should ask yourself before you attempt to create an offer for your audience. Focus on yourself and what makes you engaging and capitalize on that. How to use affiliate marketing. If you're really hoping to make money by creating content online, you need to know that it won't always be easy. It won't happen overnight, and most of the time you'll have to put in a lot of work to start adding money to your bank account via your blog, website, or web videos. But it is possible. Sometimes you just need to get creative about how you drum up revenue. One of the most common ways that content creators accumulate financial windfalls is via affiliate marketing. In fact, it's become a very common way for creators to make money, even if they haven't been in the game for a very long time. But what is affiliate marketing? How does it work? How does someone get started with it, and what are its biggest benefits? In today's tutorial, let's examine affiliate marketing and how you can use it. So, what is affiliate marketing? Well, that's an easy question with a straightforward answer. Simply put, affiliate marketing is when a content creator promotes another company's product or services in return for a commission of the sales generated. You've probably seen this multiple times, especially with some of the more popular YouTube stars who make money off of vlogging. They might take a quick break at the beginning, middle or end of their video to talk briefly about a product. That is affiliate marketing, and it can work wonders for you. When you want to use affiliate marketing, you must first start by deciding which platform you'll invest your time in. Is it your YouTube channel? Maybe you're going to start marketing on Twitter or TikTok. Whatever choice you make, stick with it, especially at the beginning. You need to really improve your audience, work on creating content that brings them back again and again, and stay consistent with your schedule. All of this matters a lot to companies who will market through you. Now it's time to find the products you will be marketing. That's easier than you might imagine. There are a slew of affiliate marketplaces on the web, including ones such as Share a Sale, Flex Offers, ClickBank, CJ Affiliate, and more. Your options may be limited at first, but as you build an audience, continue to churn out content and show your worth to businesses, you'll get more opportunities to shine. You should always consider your audience when you are agreeing to do marketing. Don't sign on to pitching products that make no sense for the people you create content for. Will these products connect with my fans? Can I seem authentic when pitching this product? You need to ask yourself these things when you're starting your first affiliate program. After you have products to sell, you have to stay consistent with your content. You'll be making money based on the number of sales, clicks, and interactions the company finds via your work. Therefore, if you aren't constantly creating new content that has ads and therefore sales opportunities for the business advertising with you, then you aren't going to make money and you aren't going to get more chances from other product or service providers. The more work you put in, the more you'll get out of affiliate marketing. This is something that can be hugely beneficial to you, but only if you put in the effort. As with all things related to your content, you need to pour 100% of yourself into affiliate marketing. Remember, you're playing with the trust of your audience when you attempt to sell them things, so make sure that you do not let them down or take them for granted.